Hello everyone, Manchester United, Erik ten Hag, especially Erik ten Hag's Manchester United silenced their noisy neighbors, Manchester City. I mean, you have no idea. If you're a Man United fan, you know how good it feels because for the past 10 years, there are many occasions that we have beaten Man City, but still, today, in that, we were on a good roll and the way we played that match, oh my god, I'm so happy right now. We're really gonna delve into that. But before all that, hats off to Erik Tenhag. Anyways, hello everyone. I'm Akshay and welcome back to the Red Devils podcast. It's a big day for all the Man United fans around the world. We just kicked Man City's ass. I mean, we're gonna really talk about the specifics, but basically, Erik ten Hag schooled Pep Guardiola. I mean, no wonders. People are gonna say that Guardiola has won many Premier League trophies and everything, but today it was a masterclass by Erik ten Hag. I mean, we were defensively the better team, no doubt about that. Erik ten Hag, and once we lost that, there was a fault by Wan-Bissaka, and that led to that Grealish's goal. I actually believed, okay, that if we're gonna salvage a draw, that's gonna be fine for me because we are when the season started and Erik ten Hag was appointed as a manager. I just wanted us to be in the top 4 race. That's it. I never intended us to be in the top 3 or top 2 or even win the Premier League. In fact, even now, I'm not going to say that we're going to win the league. That's not possible because we can see that Anthony was subbed off after first half because he was already he had already picked up a knock in the training grounds, and we just wanted to Erik ten Hag just wanted to protect him, and that's why he was subbed off. There was no knock or anything, injuries or sort of that, but he's saving him for that Palace game. Remember, we have that on Wednesday night, and today you can say that if the Glazers or the sporting director or the CEO of Man United have a little footballing sense, then they know what Erik ten Hag has done to this team and what they need to do now, because the way he's delivering on the pitch, this is the first time, if you have no idea about this, let me tell you, this is the first time since Sir Alex Ferguson that Manchester United manager has won 10 games in a row. This is the first time in all competitions. This is the first time. And this is what all Man United fans wanted. We wanted a manager who has no strings attached to Man United, who has no idea what is the, heritage and what is it all about, because we wanted a manager who knows the basics of football, who knows how to groom a player, who knows how to make tactical changes, who know how to build a team who was literally pathetic and shit over the past decade. And now we have that manager, we have that man, and that man is Erik ten Hag. I mean, the way he made tactical changes, the way he, literally, when it was when the team news was announced, and I saw that Fernandes was playing as a right winger, and I literally knew that we're gonna have a problem in our midfield because I've been saying this in my previous videos that we have no understudy of Bruno Fernandes. Donny van de Beek could do the job, but unfortunately now he's out of the season, and now we don't have that much of squad depth. And now look at us. Eriksen was actually dominated after the first half. In the first half, we were pretty much solid because all thanks goes to the defensive line. I mean, Wan-Bissaka was at fault for the first goal. I mean, I get it because he couldn't defend his back post, but that has been the problem for past 1 or 2 years. So just forget about him. But Luke Shaw, Varane, Malacia, I mean, hats off to Varane. That shows you this Varane is actually doing the job which was actually given to Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire was bought for bloody 80 million just because he was supposed to do the job which now is Varane doing, and he is doing superbly. He is doing way better than Harry Maguire, because Harry Maguire not even in his dreams can do that what Rafael Varane has been doing for the past 4 to 5 months. I mean, there was a segment where Rio Ferdinand was actually talking about Harry Maguire, and he wanted that he was like, if I was Harry Maguire, I would take a move on, because if I can see I have played a good game in good games in World Cup, and now I'm back in the squad, and still the manager is picking Patrice over me and making Patrice play as a centre back, I would strangle Patrice to death, so that there won't be any, he won't be there for the selection, first team selection. I mean, are you even listening to yourself, Ferdinand? I mean, he's a great defender. He's a great legend of a football club. I really respect him as a player. But all these ex-players, all these so-called, footballing geniuses, they need to shut their pie hole, because Erik ten Hag just proved you are fucking assholes. You have no idea of a footballing world. You have no idea of footballing sense. You can't do a shit, because you are not the Man United manager. Look at Solskjaer. When he was given the job, he was like, oh my god, this is the best manager. Look what he has done for the first 3 months. And once that first 3 months were gone, look at what he could do. He couldn't do a shit about it, because he had no footballing brain. Solskjaer was just a middle, manager who could manage the middle team. You can't just give him a team like Manchester United to manage, because he has no brain to manage that. I mean, sure, he knew the youth of Man United. He knew how important the legacy was of Sir Alex Ferguson, but that doesn't make him footballing genius. And that is what we were lacking for the past decade. And finally, now we have a manager who is good in footballing sense, who knows how to make tactical changes, who is good with the players, who knows how to build a team out of nothing. And to be very honest, if all those players, all the ex-players were actually going for Pochettino, we need to hire Pochettino. Pochettino is the only man who can, win us trophies and make us back strong again. I mean, that man is unable to achieve anything in, French league, Farmers League. He's not even able to achieve a Champions Cup, even when he has Mbappe, Messi, Neymar, and God what not. And still he can't do anything. And still we were, all these ex-players, all these footballing geniuses from ESPN and TalkSport, and they wanted Pochettino. I mean, Pochettino is a piece of crap. I never really liked him, and that was he was a Spurs manager. I never wanted Pochettino in my team. In fact, when we were talking, there were talks about Pochettino. I actually wanted Man United to go for Zidane, because Zidane was free. Zidane was available. He had left Madrid way back. But still everybody wanted Pochettino, and look, finally, I have no idea how Manchester United board got the idea of hiring Erik ten Hag, but every Man United fan in March and in April was actually going berserk over having Ten Hag as our Man United manager. And finally now we have. And I really don't want to talk about Erik ten Hag in all the video, but I mean, that man is brilliant. He just schooled Pep today. And I mean, for the first goal that Bruno Fernandes scored, there will be talks about like Rashford was sort of being a hindrance, or he was protecting the ball, whatever. I don't give a fuck about it. The video referee saw that replay. He never gave anything. He gave us that goal. I'm good. I have no issue with that goal. We defeated Man City in a home ground, and sort of like, I don't know exactly what the number is, but I think Erik ten Hag is again making Manchester United, Old Trafford, a defensive fortress, because we haven't lost many games. I think we have defeated Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City. We have defeated all these teams in a home ground. So I think he's sort of building that defensive fortress again, and I really love that, because let's face it, we've been crap for years, and finally Manchester United defeated Man City. I mean, I know this may sound very idiotic and sort of a foolishness, but I don't care. They were these are bloody city. These are city rivals. These are champions, and they were aiming for 3 Premier League wins in a row, and that is our record. I don't want Pep Guardiola and Man City to win to break that record. I really want Arsenal to win this league. I hate to say that, but I really want Arsenal to win this league, because we are not going to win this league. And we saw that in today's game, we definitely lack depth in our squad. Like I said, Bruno Fernandes was when playing in the right winger, as a right winger. I'm sorry, he couldn't do a thing. I mean, he was in the game. We were practically very good in the midfield and defensively, but we never sort of created any chances. And the moment he was back in the number 10 position, look at what we did. First, he scored a goal, and then the tactical brilliance of Eriktenhag making Garnacho, on the left wing, making Rashford in the center, Antony on the right, and then bringing Fernandes back in that number 10 role. And look at what we did. Garnacho assisted, and Rashford scored a goal. And hats off to Rashford. I pretty much was convinced that he's not going to come back after the first half, because we all saw that he was picking up he picked up a hamstring problem or something. But I'm really glad that he sort of pulled up his socks and just finished that game for us, because he was the match winner. Like, for the past 5 to 6 games, he has been the match winner. He's our informed striker. He's the number 1 player of Man United right now. And I'm really happy that I just hope that Rashford doesn't pick up knocks, because we are relying heavily, way too much on him. Because let's face it, when everybody is sort of criticizing Martial, and everybody does on ESPN and every other podcast that Martial is not good enough, we need to sell him. He's injury prone. I get it. I love Martial, but he is injury prone. I've been saying this again and again. He is sort of like a upside hooker, who's like, sooner or later he's gonna fall off. But honestly, in the first half, he was actually occupying the central defenders. I don't remember the name of those defenders, Akinji and Aki, I guess, but whatever. I don't even care about those assholes. What I was saying, that Anthony Martial, as a number 9, he was actually occupying the front attacking force, and which actually helped Fernandes and Rashford to make runs and sort of make the play in the middle of the footballing ground. And that is what surprised me, because our defensive duo, I won't say the duo, I would also include Casemiro in this, and that triangle of Casemiro. And in fact, there was a time when Casemiro and Fred, they both were playing as substitute number 6. Both were playing on left and right. He was marking, Fred was man marking De Bruyne, and Casemiro was like holding the midfield. He was as a defensive person in front of the defensive line. And Varane and Shaw are impeccable. Like, the way they have been holding the fortress. Hats off to Erik ten Hag for making that amazing duo. I'm pretty much confident about this. When Martinez is back in the form, Luke Shaw will go to left back. But again, Luke Shaw for me is one of the best left back / centre backs across the Europe. I have not seen anyone play those two positions so amazingly and so brilliantly. I'm sort of turning really into a big Luke Shaw fan, because the way he's been handling both those positions, that's amazing. That's really amazing. And Casemiro, again, for me, one of the best players on the field. Fred, I would love to talk about Fred. I actually thought Fred was a bad decision, but unfortunately we don't have squad depth, and that is what we have been talking about. But still, Fred was at least 8 out of 10. He man marked De Bruyne. Then the couple of interceptions he made were amazing. and the way he interlinked the game from the defensive line to the attacking midfield, that was impressive. I was really happy to see Fred play like that. I was really surprised, because I actually thought before the game that he's gonna chuck McTominay into it, but I'm glad that he didn't. So again, the brilliance of Erik because every other manager, whether it was Mourinho or it was Solskjaer, they always used to be a little bit biased for McTominay, and that is what we hated, because McTominay was a fine player. He's a good United kid, but he's not a Man United midfield boss. He's not going to be box to box attacking midfielder, or he's never going to be a defensive midfielder. So somehow that always baffled me, but finally Erik Tenhag is not there for playing for favorites. He's finally making those changes which we always wanted to see in the Man United dressing room. But again, the basic point, we fucking won. I know we are only in the top 4 race. I'm not even hoping that we win this league, because it's never gonna happen this season with this squad. That's not gonna happen. And if there is a little bit footballing sense, in the Manchester United boardroom, they will go out there in the next couple of weeks, and they will surely, if they don't have money for it, they will surely loan some players, at least couple of players for this Man United squad as a striker or as a midfielder and a centre back. We really need it. We really need it, because when Anthony Martial was subbed off in the first half, nobody could do the job. They were actually dominating. The centre backs were free, because Anthony was playing as a centre forward and he couldn't occupy them. Then they interchanged positions with Fernandes, Anthony as on right and Fernandes was on attacking number 10. But that couldn't happen, because we needed number 9. We needed Anthony Martial or another number 9 who can hold the ball off, who can actually hold the ground. But I sort of believe that definitely Wan-Bissaka was at fault for the first goal, but somehow I believe that we pocketed Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland, who? I don't remember. I mean, I know he's a genius. If he was playing for my team, I would have been really proud. But today, the way Varane and Shaw handled Erling Haaland, that was a great feat, because not many teams in Premier League can say that. This is actually a fact. Not many teams in Premier League can say that we pocketed Erling Haaland, our defenders pocketed Erling Haaland. So that is a great thing for us, because now we know that we can handle, our defensive line can handle a top grade striker, and we really needed that defensive duo. But finally now we have. And I really don't want to talk about negatives, because we're definitely going to talk about it before the Palace game. I'm going to upload another video if there is another rumor or something like that. But I'm going to drink beer, or maybe vodka or something, but I'm going to celebrate it right before I go to bed, before I sleep. I'm going to celebrate this win, because I want this win to count for something, because we have been crying for development. We have been crying for a manager, a footballing team, who wants to fight for the Man United, who wants to fight for this club. And finally we are seeing that hunger from those players. We are finally seeing that fire from those players, and we are seeing finally a manager who knows how to win games, who knows how to keep us on a roll, and who knows how to manage everything. And we really wanted that. So finally we silenced our neighbors. And let's once this video is ended, please make a 1 minute silence for Pep Guardiola. I mean, I'm not going it for 1 minute. You can make it for 1 minute after this video is ended. But if you're a Man United fan and watching this video, drink beer, drink wine, just go crazy, because as long as this streak is on, enjoy it. We have been Man United fans. We know sooner or later this we're gonna end up losing, and I just want us to be in the top 4 at the end of the season. But as long as we are there, we are just 1 point behind Man City for the number 2 spot. We are in number 3 spot. cheers for that. Enjoy this win as long as it's there. Enjoy this amazing run of games, because I'm really happy. I'm really happy. Now I'm looking forward to the Palace game. I really want Man United board members, those bloody assholes, to go out and give this manager at least a couple of players so that he can have a squad depth. That's it. Until then, until the next time, please guys, enjoy this win. Take care. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna celebrate this with a glass of beer. Till then, support this club. Manchester United, the Red Devils. We just kicked. Now today, I mean, come on, the favorite line, Manchester is red tonight. On that note, please take care. Bye bye. Have a great day. Have a great night, and then have a great day. Bye.